video still exporting? Tori left it to like export for an hour, and guess what? It failed. And Tori just noticed. So it's still exporting. If all else, Tori would just If all else, Tori just played from her Premiere Pro, but like, you know. Good, Tori? Copy. Today we are cooking to celebrate 600. Copy, Ruben. Copy, Zen. Copy. Oh, so Tori realized, right? Because she's basically blind. Like, you know, she needs her contact lenses in. She's not wearing them today. And her eye and her model does not want to be red. Her eye is like, nope. Where are you looking? Copy. We are cooking today. Once the video decides to export, it's like 40 seconds apparently until it's done. So, we should be okay. Bye eye indeed. Luckily, Tori has auto blink on, or else she's gonna stare into your soul and never blink. Look, wait, right now, that's the only time it reads that Tori's eyes are blinking is when her eyes are completely shut. Copy, Yui. He tweeted you a picture of garlic bread. Tori didn't see it. Feel free to re-tag her in it. Tori will look at your garlic bread. Copy. Tori doesn't know if anything actually works in this video, so we're gonna hope and pray that it does. It looks like it works, like the video, but Tori gets to talk to you all before we get going with the meal. So as Tori said, today we're making 2 dishes. So it's gonna be a bit of a complicated cook-along, because Tori knows Cheesy's joining us with the cooking. So it's gonna be a bit more complicated. So Tori may pause the video. The video itself is an hour and 30 minutes long, so it's a bit of a journey. But that's a good full cook, isn't it? A good amount of cooking, as they say, right? But yeah, today Tori is gonna do all that jazz. She actually really enjoyed cooking this because Tori decided to actually try to cook it the proper way. Normally when she makes this, she kind of goes in a very roundabout, lazy mode way, and there's definitely a taste difference. There's definitely a huge difference in flavor and taste. Tori would definitely say it tastes definitely a lot better. It definitely tastes a lot better when you do it the proper way. It takes a bit longer. Oh, you cooked chicken ahead of time? Tori didn't account for the time for the chicken to cook. Tori was actually gonna mention that because if in the fried rice section there's different steps where you have to add stuff in. And if it's chicken or anything that needs to be cooked properly, it'll have to be added in kind of early. But since you already cooked it, it's okay. Since you already cooked it, that's good. That's good, because Tori's crab was already cooked. She got like minced crab, like shredded crab. And she didn't realize how skinny, how thin the shredded crab would look. So you can't really see the crab in her dish. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad indeed. Congratulations on 600, thank you, Skyon! Tori can't believe that, to be honest. She didn't feel like she was doing that much content enough to get like 100 so quickly. The connection? F to Miana's connection. F to Miana's connection. Here we go, fixed. Wait, did you just curse at it and it worked? But yeah, Tori at the moment is waiting for her Premiere Pro and media encoder to encode this video. It is a 6 gig video. Tori, maybe it would have been wiser for her not to try to export the video in like 4K. One, her PC will probably have its run for its money. But other than that, it should be working. Oh Gucci, as they say. 6 gig? Yeah, it's an hour and 30 minutes at almost 4. Is it 1080? Wait, what did Tori do? Yeah, she did 1080. So it's a be a while. You'll be here for the rest of the ride. Yay! Thank you, Skyon! Tori is really grateful. Tori is looking forward to the things she's gonna do. Like, she really looks forward to certain streams she's gonna do, but she's not really sure how to, like, spot which one goes on Twitch, which one goes on YouTube. They all go on YouTube in the end, but live-wise, Tori's not really sure. She has a lot of snacks, though. She has a lot of snacks. She has a bit too many snacks. It's probably the most snacks Tori has eaten in, like, all her tiger life. Like, she's having, like, a single bite of it and going, no. The latest one Tori tried is Reese, like, those Reese cups. Those peanut butter cups. Tori, that's a lot. That's a lot of sugar every cup. That's a lot of sugar. You've only been here for 3 weeks or a month now? It's a month anniversary for Skyon and Tori's channel. Yeah! You gotta send Tori snacks? Make sure you send stuff that doesn't go off, because knowing the British postal system, Tori's gonna get them like 2 months later. But that's only if we reach a sub goal for that. Oh, and Tori's birthday will be. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Yeah. But yeah, Tori is currently just waiting. Just chilling until her video fully exports. Tori doesn't know why it's not exporting, but thanks. She pays 20 quid a month for Premiere Pro and all these gadgets, and it doesn't work. Why? You can't eat pork with allergies? Tori knows a few people with allergies. You can easily replace the pork with chicken. If you can have chicken, you can do it with tofu as well, but you have to do it and make sure it's like the hard tofu, not the soft one. So you can marinate it. You can do it with corn. You can do it with anything, really. You can do it with any meat. Just the traditional one is made with pork. Pork shoulder. Copy, Marcus! Copy! Tori's currently waiting on our video to encode. Tori doesn't know why it's not doing it. But you know, us tigers are patient. But yeah, you can definitely replace the protein to whatever you really feel like. You try and make it as close as possible, but see, pork shoulder is different than normal pork chop. Pork chop, Tori, is very dry. Very dry. So Tori prefers pork shoulder because it's a lot juicier. It's like the dark meat of pork. It's so juicy, but it's also really fatty. So don't think about the calories in this meal that we're about to make, Just don't think about the amount of oil. Tori was like doing the recipe, and she was like, maybe she should have soaked out a bit more of the oil. She's like, nah. You're not a fan of seafood? You can replace the seafood with basically any kind of meat. Like, Tori, you see, like fried rice is the most popular fried rice in Thailand. Like, from what Tori has seen anyway. Most, like, food places do crab fried rice, or they do, like, some sort of fried rice similar to this, but it's mostly crab. Tori doesn't know why it's crab. Don't be selfish, Skyon. Bad. But yeah, Tori gets that. Tori gets that a lot. Like, Tori, some people, like, especially Cheesy here, he doesn't like, shellfish either, so Tori gets it. It doesn't really taste like crab at all, because it just tastes like the soya sauce. As you guys are going to alert, thank you for lurking, Marcus! Thank you for lurking! Thank you for always. Tori always appreciates the ones that lurk. Tori recognizes, like, as long as you, wave your paw at Tori for, like, a minute, just be like, hello, and then you can go. Tori appreciates that. Regardless of how long you watch Tori for, if you do the whole stream, or if you only stay for, like, if you come in and say hello, that's okay as well. Tori doesn't mind that. But yeah, you can replace any of the proteins, basically, and you can omit if you have that soap gene, that weird-ass soap gene that some people have, you can omit that as well. You can't just be like, no, omit, omit that. you can't omit it. Like, you don't have to, you don't have to do it. Like, you don't have to, what's the word? Use coriander if you have that soap gene. Tori doesn't understand people with the soap gene, but you know, some people do it. Kape, Sarai! Kape, kape! Welcome, welcome! Hello, Zumase. Kape, kape! We are... Oh, the video's exported. Tori can go to it. Wah! We need to close the video first. Why is it going already? Oh no. Pause! Okay. So, Tori is unsure how loud the video and stuff is, because Tori can't actually hear it. Which is great. But Tori will let you know. So, are y'all ready? You forgot? Coriander is cilantro and parsley? Oh, it's okay. What kind of herbs do you have at home? What kind of herbs? Oh, if you have parsley should be fine. Parsley it won't taste exactly the same because Thai dishes mostly are made out of. You see a hairband? It's because Tori doesn't want to show her tan lines, okay? Tori's embarrassed about her tan lines. She's going to show you her tan lines, okay? But you can tell from the rest of her damn body, she's tanned a lot, right? She's tanned a lot ever since the summers come out. She's very easily tanned. It's quite sad. Tori doesn't want to show you her. She doesn't want to show you her tan lines, okay? Leave Tori alone. But yeah, if you don't have coriander, you can use parsley. You can use it. You hope that happen doesn't catch on fire. Spoiler alert, it does not catch on fire. Tori got spat on by oil more than the hairband did. Plus, for some reason, she rolled the hairband up, so you're gonna see some editing. So like Tori, you can't see Tori's wrist. Because Tori's wrist is the annoying tan line. It's embarrassing. But it's live fire. Okay, Tori is a chaotic cook. She's an Asian cook. You think we follow health and safety rules? Copycat. Thank you for subscribing as well. You're on the menu now. You love Thailand? No. Like, there's some cute Thailand, and then there's like the Tori tan lines. It's not the one. Maybe one day you guys will see it, but no. You guys ain't seeing Tori's one today. Anyway, we're gonna start. Okay, we gotta start. So, here's all the ingredients. You can see all the ingredients in the description of the video. Like, this is for both things. The coriander is like the main thing. It basically is a very fragrant herb. Some people have that soap gene. It's a bit funny, but you know, you get use your white sugar, the granulated sugar, which we have over here. You all the stuff. Put the eggs away because you don't wanna crack those eggs by accident. Tori's done that many times. You have a tan line from your watch? Yeah, Tori has her tan lines from her, like, wristings. Look like her little wristings here. She has those. She has tan lines from these things. It's kind of embarrassing. Not gonna lie. Very embarrassing. But yeah. First, we have to marinate the pork. Okay? We have to marinate. That's the most important part. Because marinating takes a while, and you can do the other stuff while you marinate. So, first, get your pestle and mortar. Tori could not find her mortar or her pestle. She forgot which one's which. She forgot it. She could not find it anywhere. But this is what you normally use, okay? You never had Thailand, not yet, at least. Tori tans so easily. She'll do like a 5-minute walk and she'll tan. But anyway, so Tori can't find her pestle and mortar. So, she got the little mortar thing. But she's gonna be chaotic energy and use a rolling pin as the mortar part, as the smashy boy. Now that was a flower part. No, it is a very Thai pestle and mortar. This is one of those things that Tori remembers when she was like a cub. You don't have any white peppercorn? There's white pepper. You can use white pepper. You just have to use a tiny bit less than the one teaspoon. Yeah, the 1 teaspoon Tori wrote in the thing. So what you want to do basically is grind it. So you want to grind your peppercorn, like not as fine as white pepper, as in the pepper itself is, but you wanna make it so that it's like slightly a bit more crushed level. Vegetables? Look, this dish has no vegetables in it, okay? This dish has no vegetables in it at all. Not a single one. But yeah, you want to smash it. Like, it's kind of loud. Tori knows. It's a bit loud. That's why Tori... It's because Tori's mashing this on a stove. So, Tori recommends just going on the floor and mashing it. But yeah, just grind it up if you can. It smells like white pepper forever. That's a good smell. It's a good smell, Jaren. Good smell. Don't worry. Tori's grinding this thing. Also, she has crab-themed nails today. She did her clothes in the morning because we're making crab fried rice. And Tori really wanted matching nails because you're gonna see her nasty ass claws. So Tori made her claws ebi fry and crab themed. So they all have little crabs on them. But of course, it was making a lot of noise. And Tori, make sure you can hear this right now. It's making a lot of that noise. So Tori just decided, nah, she's gonna go on the floor. She's gonna go crush this on the floor. You can sit on the floor like, you know, just squat down and just smash. You're watching a tiger make big food and you're smiling about it even though you're not trying to. Look, just you wait until you see the rest of it where Tori at first is like confident with her cooking and then suddenly it goes like, whoop, she's gonna see what happens. So there's nothing much here at the moment. There's not much going on here at the moment. Let's wait. You know what? Tori's gonna go over here. She's gonna commentate like this. Okay. Wow. Whilst Tori grinds those peppercorns down, Tori will stand in the middle. When there's nothing going on the screen, which means oh, never mind. Okay. So yeah, that's how grindy you want it. You want it semi-grind. Are we cooking seafood? We're cooking two dishes today. We're cooking a crab fried rice as well as a pork shoulder chop. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. So now we want to de-stem our coriander. We want to de-stem it. So what as that rubber band flies off? Tori has not found that rubber band. She has no idea where it's gone. But you kind of want a good handful of the coriander. You want the coriander the stem for this. So you still just slowly, surely just peel the leaves off. You don't have to be precise. You can just like go ham at it, do whatever you want. Why did Tigerbot post it twice? Looks a bit like basil. It's a bit like basil because Thai people also use a lot of basil, but it's a lot more fragrant. Have you ever heard of it's called cilantro in some countries, but it's coriander in this country. And apparently a lot of non-Asian gals seem to be allergic or like they taste soap when they have coriander. We call it the soap, like the coriander curse. Because if you can't have coriander when you're Thai, you're kind of screwed because all food in Thailand has a lot of coriander in it. Hold on, are those your hands? Yeah! They're a bit tan, Tori knows! She just tans really easily! She goes outside, she puts sun cream on, she wears long sleeves, but gets a bit hot, so she rolls her sleeves up and guess what? Tan! Instantaneous tan! Tori doesn't know, doesn't like it. So, she's like a chameleon. It's because she's a half, like she's a half. She's a half-foo. So she just tans like crazy. You tan also really easily. Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. You don't think anyone cares about your tan? Tori cares about her tan. Tori cares about her tan. It's a very Asian thing to hate tanning. So Tori used to actively avoid the sun, but now she enjoys going outside, so she kind of accepts it a bit more. But it's always a bit sad to see her like a chameleon just changing into the form. But yeah, coriander has a really strong smell and flavor. Tori doesn't have much flavor because she grew up with it, but maybe for somebody who can Tori reveal when? Look. Tori would feel bad for her mama. That she would be like, hey, can you like tan her up? Like, it's weird because you see her arms, right? You see her arms. How's her t-shirt sleeve? She's as pale as her model is, and it's annoying, and she looks like a damn Oreo. Tori's hand revealed. Tori's hands are always revealed. Tori doesn't mind showing you her paws, because how in the hell was she meant to cook without paws? No one minds your tan? Tori hopes so. Maybe one day you'll see her terrible wrist tans and her neck tan and every other thing. Because one time she tanned so bad that she matched one of her like Gap House foundation and it was really scary. And Tori was like, no, can't get that tan. It was only for one day on the farm as well. And Tori was like, why is she tan? That's why she likes staying in tiger form. We have a layer of fur to hide us. But when you're in human form, she's like damn naked. You know? You see, you've never seen Tori's real hands? That means you haven't seen Tori's cooking videos. Tori always shows, she has to show her hands when she makes her cooking videos. It takes a while to cut a parsley off the plant. You don't have to cut it, just kind of, look what Tori's doing. Tori just kind of grabbing the end and going, whoop, with them. But you don't need that much. You basically need what Tori shows about a paw-fu, you know? About a Tori-sized paw-fu, because Tori's paws are tiny. You don't need that much. You don't need that much. Oh. But now you know the time is. Look, whatever you do, just don't use this knife that Tori has. Tori regrets using this knife so badly because the knife is terrible. The knife is like more blunt than Tori's like tail. You can slow the plants through your phone. You cut it, you might destroy the. Oh, you got a living plant? Oh, Tori just got a bunch. Tori just got a bunch. You love these cooking streams? Yeah, they look guys. You were asking about them, weren't you? So Tori was like, yeah, we could do those. It was a vote between the tea and biscuits tasting and the cooking one. But yeah, now we're preparing the garlic. So the garlic, you want to do slices. You don't want to dice them, you want to do slices. You were speaking German, Tori knew. That's why she didn't answer, because she couldn't speak German. You smell a certain fragrance? It's the phantom fragrance. When you know it's there, you go. You know it's there. You know it's there. But yeah, you know you just want to peel your garlic. Tori's method of peeling the garlic is getting the hard end out and just kind of just squeezing it out. It's quite fun, but then again, if you're scared of the scent, Tori doesn't care. She likes her fingers smelling like food. She doesn't really mind. But if you're not like a fan, you can use gloves. Tori wouldn't recommend it because you can't get the feeling right of stuff. Use the book. It shows you would borrow and get inspiration on food from cooks and chefs mix. The only ones that Tori really watch is like Divers, Dive-Ins, and Dines. What? That one with Guy Fieri in it? And Man vs. Food? Tori watches quite a few food YouTubers though. Her favorite is a guy called Strictly Dumpling. He goes around the world eating food. Tori wants that job. Tori wants that job. That knife is. You're using force. Yeah, that knife is terrible. This knife is terrible. You see when Tori cuts the When Tori cuts her pork, she actually brings out her proper Japanese knife. Because Tori was like, oh, this is kind of annoying. Tori's like slicing this thing. Tori would not recommend. Make sure your knives are sharp, every gal. Tori hasn't actually had time to sharpen and use her whetstone in a long time. Yeah, please. Tori never said she was a professional cook. She just likes cooking food. So please be careful with your knife. Tori knows how to use it, so just make sure your knife is like at least a bit sharp, you know? Like Anthony Bourdain. Oh yeah, Tori's heard about that. About him. Tori's like, like she watches, Gordon Ramsay and stuff like that. But it's not the same. Tori just likes eating food the most. You like German food? Tori really likes making currywurst. Currywurst, is really good. Tori makes quite a good currywurst sauce. Agreed. A good sharp knife is very key to cooking. It's right. You're right, Lucas. Tori does have a knife, but she just didn't want to use it because it's like a brand new knife. Tori forgot the brand. Is Shok knife. What's it called? Santoku knife. It's a Santoku knife. It's a brand new Santoku knife. And so Tori's a bit scared of using it for like menial thing because Tori's worried about cutting her own fingers during like a video. Because with these kind of videos, you have one shot of filming it because it's a non-stop video basically. Just curious, Tori, do you prefer baking or cooking? 100% cooking. Tori does not have the patience or the precision for baking. Baking is a science, you know? You have to do it perfectly. You have to perfectly do everything. And Tori does not have the willpower to do everything perfectly. She is not good at that. She's also very impatient. So things like, hey, you should wait for this cake to cool down before you add all of those all that icing. Tori's like, nope, adds it straight on and melts. And Tori's like, why this happen? She's dumb. She's dumb. But now cooking is a lot more freedom than baking. Because baking, you can't really mix and match the ingredients. Because one wrong move, that bake is gone. Tori is not still be able to bake like cookies. Like the only thing for some reason Tori's magical skill is to bake her magical skill somehow is to bake macarons. She can do very good macarons. Everything else, no. So what Tori did was add a third of the garlic that we have into the pestle and mortar. Tori added only a third of what the total garlic we have. Okay? Gate, Bjorn! Gate! Baking is too much math. Exactly. Tori hates math. Tori hates precision. Cooking, you have so much more freedom. You have so much more freedom to kind of do what you want. If you don't like the flavor of something, you can change it during the process. You don't have to make another cake. You know, you don't get to taste the cake until it's fully done. Oh wait, Tori went back to smashing stuff on the floor. So she's back in the middle here. Baking is fun. Is edible math? No! Tori don't like math. Tori may be like a scientist in training, but like Tori does not like math on her dead downtime. You know? White pepper, herbs, and garlic. Yep. That's all in the mortar. You want to smash it up into a paste. Into as much of a paste as you can. Tori's not patient with this step. Normally you do take quite a while to smash it up. Tori is a bit... Tori just kind of aggressively smashes it on the floor and just hopes for the best. Obviously, if you have like a proper mortar, it's a lot easier. But yeah, you just gonna want to make it a paste. You'll smell it. Don't worry. You'll 100% smell it. So, at this point, Tori's like, wow, she's gonna deal with the pork. She's gonna have to use a better knife. So you want a bowl to kind of put the marinade in. You were using a... Tori couldn't find her pork pestle, okay? Tori couldn't find it. It was even that when she sat there for like a half an hour trying to look for this thing. So this knife, terrible. Don't use that knife for like meat. Because you will spend the whole damn day cutting. You can see Tori's new knife is very, very new. Like, it is very new. It slices stuff like butter. Melted butter. It's also terrifying. Tori's a bit scared of how easily it slices. Because she's so used to, like, terrible slicing. But, like, it literally, you can just do, like, literally one slice. Tori was just like, wait, just do one slice? It's crazy. Crazy good knife. Aren't those hurt? Tori will pound you to oblivion, Jay. Math makes you smart. Look, Tori's brain is tiny. She used all her brain a long time ago. So yeah, put the pork into like a bowl. But okay, so you just want to cut them into like 2-3 centimeters like slice, and you get like good chunks. You can kind of make as long as everything is the same size. You can kind of just do whatever cut you like the most. You can make them thin if you want. Obviously, when it's thin, the cooking time would be less. But Tori likes it a good like 2 centimeters. About like an inch or like not an inch, like half an inch. And now you just realize you can just do one slice. Crazy how a good knife would do. But Tori's also kind of scared of the knife, so she's like, nope, she's gonna use this knife only for the pork, and she's putting it away. It's cinema roll, yeah! Yeah, it's a cinema roll. Bracelet today. Tori doesn't really like wearing her, these normal ones here, her normal bracelets with the bell, because they ring a lot, and it's kind of annoying for a video, Tori thinks. Maybe one day, maybe if we do the tea and like biscuits thing, Tori will wear those bell-based bracelets. But those bases are kind of loud. They kind of cling everywhere. But yeah, Tori using it. The rolling. No one don't bully. Tori is a MacGyver kind of tiger. In cooking, you can eyeball ingredients, but in baking, measurements must be exact. You see, even when Tori bakes, she kind of wings it as well. But it means our baking isn't that good. You love cinnamon roll? He's so cute. Yeah, he's really cute. He's Tori's favorite after pom pom puree. But yeah, after you use a knife, you go wash it with some soap and a soft sponge. Then you dry it with a towel. And that's how you keep your knife sharp. Don't be a dumb. You know? Oh. You're gonna add your herbs, garlic and white pepper, all in there. Obviously, like, it depends on how much herb and garlic and stuff you have and how much meat you have. If you have less meat, obviously just divide the amount by whatever. You can't just marinate it all. You just get more sauce in the end. It doesn't really matter that much. So, now you want to add all your sauces in. Basically everything except the garlic that's like extra, because we're gonna fry this garlic. So, add your oyster sauce. You can see that Tori doesn't really measure it. Tori's like, that's like the right amount, right? That's basically the right amount, you know. That seems right, doesn't it? And that's how Tori enjoys cooking. She doesn't like following instructions that much, but you know, you want to add a bit of your sugar, add everything else. Measurements for the week. Tori can eyeball it, but like when she was making this, when she was making the instructions, like the ingredients, Tori's like, she has to kind of think about how much other people need. Because Tori's like, just put this much in. So, you put your fish sauce, put your oyster sauce, put your white sugar in, and put your light soy sauce. Like, Tori would recommend Thai soy sauce if you can find it, but like normal soy sauce is completely fine. Put the fish sauce, obviously. Tori's quite salty loving, so Tori just adds a bit more because she feels like it. But then you want to add your soy sauce. Make sure your soy sauce bowl, the thing that you get, isn't chaotic and doesn't just spill everywhere when you try to pour it, like what it did to Tori. Tori's like, excuse her, what? You love the smell of sauteed garlic. Oh, we're gonna do that in a second, Lucas. We're gonna deep fry the garlic. We're gonna deep fry the leftover garlic after we leave the pork to marinate. That's the most important thing, because obviously the pork needs to be marinated for at least 20 minutes. At least. Preferably at over 40. But anything like, if you can, leave it for a day. That is the best one. Leaving a marinade for a day makes the meat so much more tender, but at least 20 minutes. That's why Tori did it by the beginning, so she has the longest time marinating. Everything in the bowl, except the extra garlic. Except those little bowls you have, the excess ones. You're gonna have to rewatch the stream in this case? Yeah, you should. Like, Tori's keeping this all up. Like, she's made other foodie eats, like foodie eats, other cook-alongs as well. So we can definitely cook some food together. That'll be really fun. Tori, you can Tori would substitute the pork if you have to pick. No, not cornstarch. Not the cornstarch. The cornstarch at the end. Tori forgot. Tori forgot about the cornstarch. No, cornstarch and the leaves you leave to the end. So you want to mix it. Normally, you can use your paws. Like, you can massage it with your little hands. Tori would recommend do that if you don't care about your hands smelling for a while. Tori didn't want her cinnamon roll things to, like, get dirty, so she's gonna use a spoon and aggressively stir. But yeah, Tori would recommend using, chicken breast as the substitute for pork. If you had to pick something, chicken breast would work really well with this recipe. But yeah, so you want to cling film it if you can. If you can't, just cover it with something to stop, like, flies and stuff coming in. At one point during the video, you probably won't be able to hear it. When Tori's off cam, the fly came in and Tori swatted it to death. Don't worry. Your food is covered. You bought gloves for a reason. Yeah, you want to massage that pork. Give it a good beating, Give it a good beating. Make sure you clean your area up. You want to make sure you want to cut these into slicey boys. You want to cut these into slicey boys? Use the better knife. Past Tori was dumb. But you want to use the better knife. Use a good knife because you want to snake them into thin-ish slices, like. Kind of like, is keeping the spoon in the bowl mandatory? No. But Tori likes keeping it in the thing, because Tori can just mix it, correct? Like, she can just, like, stir it around without having to use a new spoon. But you can take the spoon out. You can't, obviously, if you use your gloves and paws, you don't have the spoon in the first place. But Tori keeps it there in case she needs to use it to, like, mix stuff again. Okay, Tori, Darren. Okay. Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know at all. Yes. You want to slide? You can't really see. Tori realized that maybe she should start filming from the left to right because she's right-handed. You can't really see what Tori's doing, but they're like slicey boys. They're tiny slicey boys. And, this is going to be more of a garnish. Because we're gonna basically deep fry them. Could you also just dice the garlic instead of slices? No, not for this dish. Because we're going to fry it. We're gonna make fried slicing and frying. Frying looks a lot... One, it looks nicer when it's sliced. But, like, it's more whole. Because dicing, you won't cook it as evenly as it would be on the sliced one. You just noticed, though, Book, that the pin is from a different channel? The pin? Oh, the pin! Did Tori put it in the wrong channel? That's a bug. Tori put it in now. It's okay. Talking about Discord, right? Fried garlic pieces? Oh, yeah. Those yeah, they do. They really taste good. They really taste really good. Like, Tori kind of made them more for fragrance, more than flavor, because the flavor is just garlic already. There's already garlic in the marinade, but the garlic is gonna be used for the the garnish, the topping on the pork. So what you want to do, obviously clear your space so you don't end up fighting with melting plastic. So now go take your pan. Find a small pan. You don't need a big pan for this because you're just pan frying it with some oil. With some veggie oil. You can anyway. So now first gotta have some water. She's been talking and chatting a bit. You thought the melted plastic would give it extra flavor? To be fair, presentation of food The reason why Tori is doing this garlic part is because Tori wants to try to make it as accurate as she can. So you want to put some vegetable oil in the pan. Yeah, like this is what a proper restaurant one would do. Tori personally wouldn't do this if she was just feeding herself, but she wanted to do like a proper restaurant home style where they like pre-cook these garlics by like the 100. But yeah, you want to put it on high-ish heat. It should be around 180 degrees Celsius as it cooks, but it takes a while. Tori doesn't really check the temperature. She kind of just looks at the oil and goes, "Yeah, you look right." You can put a single tiny ass splash of water and it'll fizzle. It'll like spin. But yeah. So after you cook these, you're meant to like put them in you're meant to like strain the oil out. Tori, you can just scoop it out, but Tori just got a tea strainer. Because of course Tori has a tea strainer. Pro chef Tori. Look, Tori's food tastes good, but it looks ugly. Like, Tori was really surprised at how food looks today. Like today's food looks at the end. Yeah, you just wanna like constantly move the garlic. It's kind of blurry because Tori's DSLR did not like distance, and Tori's tail could not reach the camera. The camera's in a really awkward position. But you wanna just kind of just fry them. Fry them until they go very slightly golden brown. How did your preheat so fast? It's open flame. That's probably why. But you don't want it too brown because it will burn. Tori thinks she put it a bit too long. It went a bit too brown for Tori's liking. But yeah, just know. You can smell it. Garlic smells good. But yeah, Tori thinks it's because it's open flame. Because Tori had an induction stove at one point, and that thing did not heat anything up properly. Now Tori has a really slightly dirty stove, but it's okay. But yeah, it's slightly blurry. Tori apologizes. But it's okay. You can see what's going on. You see that they're slightly goldening? You want to make sure they flip. Like, you want to flip them if you can. Good crisp exercise. All you have in an induction stove, it'll take a bit longer. It'll take a bit longer. Do you have a rice cooker, Cheesy? Because this is gonna take a while. You're gonna have to take a while if you don't have the rice either pre-cooked or the rice like have a rice powder. Yeah, rice powder. Open flame at high heat is really fast. Yeah, that's why that Tori realized the difference. But yeah, about maybe just a little bit more than about this level is perfect. Like you can see that the garlic a bit like brown. Yeah, you want to leave it at that because the residual heat from the garlic will finish up the rest. Like the residual heat will help will cook the rest of the garlic. The rice is pre-cooked and very good. Make sure you fluff up the rice to make sure it is as dry as you can. Normally, that's why people say fried rice should be cooked with leftover rice because you don't really need leftover rice. You can make pre-made rice, but you need to make sure the rice is dry. Like Tori put a bit less water in her rice so that that it would cook a bit undercooked but a bit more dry, so it would make good fried rice. But yeah, Tori just straightening this thing. Don't mind her. She's a bit MacGyver with these kind of contraptions. But yeah, you want to make sure put it on a different pan. This is the pan that Tori's gonna use to cook the pork, so she's gonna leave that pan around to vibe until she's done with everything else. You're the maid. Not only you clean, but you also cook. Wait, why did the video crash? Why did the video crash? Why did the video crash? Wait. Video crash. Ow! Why did it crash? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, why did the video crash? Video went to sleep? Yeah, Tori can see that. Wait, where did export export the video to? Maybe they exported to the wrong video, wait. Knowing Tori's luck, that's probably what happened. It just decided to go somewhere else. Give her a moment. She's gonna figure out where it went. Give her a moment. Did you curse the video? Goddamn? It's okay. She'll find it. Okay. Tori just need to find where the video exported. Because you strain the garlic to the oil will have a slight garlic taste. Yeah, that's why Tori's saving it. Most people throw it away. Tori would not recommend. Don't throw away good garlic oil. Garlic-infused oil is really good. It gives you time to cook the garlic? That's good. Kate, Trin! Kate! Swati cow. Okay, Tori needs to figure out where the hell did it export to. Where did you export to? Okay, Tori. Tori has found out where it exported to. Okay. There we go. Straight me boy. Okay. Sorry about that. Tori picked the wrong video. Tori picked the video that corrupted earlier. That's why she had to redo the video. She found it. Kate running! Kate! We're back. It's okay, we're back. But yeah. So you want to get some tissue, some kitchen roll, and just kind of drop the garlic. You can see it even through the process of transferring the pan. The garlic has gone a lot more brown. So you want to leave it at that brownness. You do not want it any more brown. Because then it'll get bitter. It'll be nasty and bitter. It'll be bud. It'll be some nasty bud stuff. You don't want that. You don't want it. But it's okay. So you got the garlic there. You want it like this level of brown. Okay, wait. Tori's gonna focus. There we go. Where that kind of crispy. You want it crispy still. But yeah. That's not what you want. Garlic crisp? Yeah, technically garlic crisp. You can technically buy these from Asian supermarkets already, like pre-done. But Tori wants to make it from scratch. There's some the common thing in a lot of Southeast Asian cuisine is fried scallion and fried onion to be put on like as garnish. Tori prefers garlic though. Tori prefers garlic. Yeah, Tori's currently doing a dishes thing. Probably moving some dishes around. But yeah, you want it that brown. Right there. Right there. Yeah. It's very late in Thailand, but you're saying you want to cook, you're hungry? Rubik! Wait, what do you mean it's very late? It's like 4 a.m. It's like 4 a.m. ตีสี่แล้วอ่ะ Rubik ทำไมไม่นอน Rubik ตอนนี้จะตื่นเช้าแล้วเหรอ You make eggs, bacon and eggs for breakfast once in a while. You cook the bacon first, let the oil and fat cook the bacon, and use the eggs. Exactly, that tastes so good. When you make like infused stuff, delicious. But now, you want to do the rice. You want to put the rice in, so you want about 2 cups of rice. 2 cups of rice. You want, for jasmine rice, is what Tori is using, you want a 1-to-1 ratio for fried rice. 1-to-1 will make the rice a bit dry. It really depends on your rice cooker. So you probably know your rice cooker a bit more. You know your rice cooker a bit more, so make sure you use the rice cooker that, like, you know, you want to put a bit less water than you normally would. Unless you normally make dry rice, what Tori always makes. Tori makes, like, Chinese restaurant-style rice, where it's, like, a bit dry because everything else that Tori eats with it is super, like, juicy. It absorbs it. You just woke up? Good morning, Rubik! Instant noodle at the ready? Why would you have instant noodle when you have, like, the best night street food outside your door? You can get, like, Thai noodles outside. You get some delicious stuff outside. And you choose to do that? Do you need 2 cups of cooked rice? You can use as much as you have. Like, how much rice did you make, Cheesy? Because, like, 2 cups of rice is like 8 portions. Right? You need a lot of rice. Tori just always makes too much rice. Does she want to have it for lunch tomorrow and breakfast? Lockdown on effect? Is it? Tori, you might burn up the food. That's why Tori likes cooking, because it's constantly doing something. Tori's not standing around waiting for something to bake. You have 2 cups of cooked rice? Oh, it's fine. Wait, what? Huh. Tori forgot that cooked rice and raw rice is different. You'll be fine. Just use a bit, just use a tiny bit less, of, use all the meat you have, but use a bit less of the salt seasoning. Kape, Mufuya! Kape! You do not have to apologize. Never apologize. Never apologize for that. Never apologize for not being in Tori's stream. Tori, super appreciative to see you. Welcome. You're bullying a fan with a fanfiction of them you wrote, and you didn't wrote a fanfiction about Tori, Antoine? Please don't write one, it's a bit scary. Tori wouldn't know how to heal. Can I use one finger? You see, that method works if you have a normal sized hand. Tori does not. พลังนั้นมันใช้ได้ถ้าเกิดมือของทุกคนโอเคไซส์เหมือนคนธรรมดาแต่มือของทอรี่มันเล็กมากถึงมันใช้ไม่ได้ไอ้เมธอดนี้ใช้ไม่ได้จริงๆ But yeah, Tori called you a friend of that. You wrote a not safe for work story about your friend? Okay. But now the rice is cooking now. So you want 2 cups of rice. That makes 8 portions. If you can't eat 8 portions within the time that rice would go off for you, then do half of it. Do half. This recipe is very easy in terms of you can just divide the stuff. But now you want the garlic. You want to save the bulbs. Save the bulbs, put it in a cup with some water on it, and it'll grow to more spring onion. What the fuck? Are you okay? Don't make more rice, Cheesy. You don't have to make more rice because is it gonna be only you eating it? Because Tori's gonna bring it to her gal pals and her tiger duties tomorrow. They can eat it as well. If you use Japanese rice, soak rice for 30 minutes and wash and use the same. Yeah, Tori likes to leave the soaking part. That's the same with sticky rice, isn't it? That's some long, thick. Wait, are your spring onions don't look like this? You're not making good. No more rice. Just make it for yourself. You can always just make it again. But if for only 1 cup, you probably only need 1 egg. You don't need 2 eggs then. Yeah. They look the same exactly. What kind of tiny ass spring onions do you see, Jay? But yeah, don't apologize. Tori's been doing good. Tori made a delicious meal today to celebrate her 600 sub special. We're almost there. We almost had 1K. Tori wonders if you're gonna make it to 1K before we're gonna make it to 1K before Tori gets to the 4,000 watch hours. Moves like spring onion. It is spring onion. That's what Tori's been saying. But you want this kind of thinly chopped. Thin, but not too thin. You don't want sashimi slices. You want look at Tori doesn't know how to measure it. Maybe 0.5 centimeters, less than a centimeter. Maybe Tiny Tori makes them look bigger. It's because her paw, isn't it? Her paw is tiny. You guys can't really realize how small her paw is, but her paw is actually really small. But yeah, if you only have that much rice, Cheesy, Tori would recommend only using maybe 1.5 of those spring onions. You don't want to overpower the rice with spring onion. No. Delicious. Oi, to the bed. Oi, bruv. What you doing? Random. Tori doesn't know what language you're speaking. You love spring onion? It's really good. It's really good for fried rice. Tori Tori prefers it mostly when fried rice. Pretty sure those are bigger than what's available here, but that's definitely still spring onion. Yeah, like, then again, Tori got them from an Asian supermarket, so maybe that. Portuguese? Tori, wait. Obrigada. Obrigada. That's as much Portuguese Tori can speak. Do I say it right? Do I say it right? Yeah? But now you want to chop up some coriander. You don't need to chop up that many. You want to use like as much as Tori has over here. It's like a solid full. Oh, so good, yeah! That's the only phrase that Tori knows. It's thank you. It's thank you. More? Tori explains, coriander's a big thing in this country. But you don't need this. You don't need it for the fried rice. Tori just, it says it's optional. It's optional. So don't worry about it, Cheesy. Hi from Brasilia, Bjorn. Kate, welcome to the stream. Tori's currently talking about how to make her food. We have a bit more garlic because who can need more garlic, Tori? Got more garlic? Optional vegetables? Tori wouldn't call coriander vegetables, not gonna lie. They're probably not vegetables, they're more herbs. This is probably not giving you a lot of options. If it tastes like soap, deal with it. You have a little parsley left, would that do? That should be okay. That should be okay. Like, leave it to the end. Like, don't use that. If you have a little bit of parsley left, don't touch it until the end. Don't use it until the end. Because you want to do a sprinkle on top. You want to sprinkle it on top afterwards. You want to sprinkle it on top. Okay. What does it mean? Because Tori doesn't know. Tori doesn't want to say anything that she might get in trouble for. Got it? No, Cheesy. He is currently cooking the meal with Tori as well. Yeah, Tori wants to learn more. Tori wants to say hello and like thank you in different languages as many as you can. Kate Ring! Kate! Welcome to Tori's cook-along stream, her 600 subscriber special. Kate! We're currently for this garlic, you can just chop them whatever. You can chop them. In English, you say hi, your beautiful subscribers. Oh, okay. So, hoy mías inscritos para viajoso. Sorry for the bad language. It's okay. English is very good. It's better than Tori's. Tori's Portuguese. Tori only knows one phrase. Can confirm just use Google Translate. Thank you, friend. Tori will trust people until they let her down. Kate Dreamy! Kate, welcome! Kate! How are you, Dream? How are you, Rain? What did you miss? You missed the chopping of spring onion and more garlic. Are we dicing the garlic? Yeah, Tori just dices the garlic. She's very roughly dicing it though. You can dice it to be more fine, but Tori likes eating chunky bits of garlic in her fried rice, but it's up to you. Oh, why is a good thing? Your day's been quite long. What have you been up to? Oh yeah, this is when Tori moved her for some dumbass reason. She moved her wristings up her arm for some reason. She probably was like washing a dish or something and moved it out the way, but Tori forgot to put it back. So now you gotta get a little thing hiding her hole half the time. Just don't look at it if you can see it, okay? Don't bring attention to it. Muito liga. And happy 600 subs. Thank you. Thank you, Dreamy. Thank you. Why is there a cute angry Tori on Tori's face? It's Tori's, not Tori's face, it's Tori's wrist. Tori doesn't really want to show you every cow her wrist because they have a tan line on it. You know, like she has her tan line right here. Like right here. They're a bit embarrassing. So Tori didn't wanna, what's the word? She didn't want to let you guys see her tan line, so she's gonna she spent like 2 hours masking this Tori face across the damn screen. Because Tori has tan lines there, and she doesn't like it. But now you want to drain. You want to drain the crab. You want to drain the crab. You can use a strainer to get as much of it out as you can. Don't waste the crab. Crab is expensive. Just say the word. You're on the menu now. How do you say that? How do you say you're on the menu now in Portuguese? Even though Tori is not... Tori is, like, half Thai. She's half Thai. She's half Malaysian, half Thai. That's why Tori can kind of speak it and kind of eat. Tori เป็นลูกครึ่งค่ะ Tori เป็นลูกครึ่งมาเลย์ลูกครึ่งไทย Tori ก็อยู่อังกฤษเกือบทั้งชีวิตของเธอแล้ว แต่ Tori ก็พูดนิดหน่อยได้ พูดเหมือนนั่นทำไม Tori พูดนิดหน่อยได้เพราะ Tori ต้องพูดกับมาม่าภาษาไทย เพราะมาม่าพูดอังกฤษไม่ค่อยออก Crab is cheap here? What's going in the bowl? That's the crab meat. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that, Kitty. That's just the crab meat from the can because Tori couldn't find proper crab meat. Don't worry about that. Well, any seafood is easy to get around your place. So lucky. So lucky! Is it weird you like imitation crab more than actual crab? Tori likes imitation crab as well, but it does not work in a fried rice. In Tori's opinion, anyway. Yeah, there we go. You get the angry tiger image. Yeah, you get the angry tiger image. ลูกครึ่งไทยน่ารักขอบคุณเก้าแล้วทำไมทอรี่พูดนิดหน่อยได้แต่ทอรี่ก็อายอยู่หน่อยเพราะทอรี่ไม่ได้พูดกันตั้งนานแล้วทอรี่อยากซ้อมแล้วทำไมทอรี่บอกว่าเป็นคนไทยพูดไทยอยากซ้อมนิดหน่อยทอรี่อยากซ้อมทอรี่ wants to practice Thai that's why how much for wrist reveal nothing Tori is very self-conscious about it but Tori might screw up and not hide it properly in the thing. Tori hopes Tori hasn't. Tori hid everything properly. Welcome. We're currently in the process of preparing the fried rice ingredient. Mouse! Welcome! Tori is currently, preparing all the ingredients for the fried rice because the rice is almost, all our VTUBER face reveal when Tori will never do a face reveal. Like, that's just, like, if you want to know Tori's face, here it is. That's her face. Tori will show you a tiger form review. That's always fun. Nobody else has a tiger form review. Tori's fan base wrist review win? You don't scrub through this and try not to do it. You're not that weird. Tori's just joking. So, what Tori is doing now is while she waits for the rice to cook, the rice is cooking in the back. We're leaving that. But we're gonna put all the extra, like, sauces and the ingredients into this little cup here just to have it ready and mixed already. Just checking your stream before you sleep. It's almost 5 a.m. Please rest, Luke. Please rest. Make sure you rest and you have a good sleep, okay? Tori will see you soon. Tori's next normal time stream especially for people in Southeast Asia is on Sunday because she's interviewing GaooO. for her foodie talks, a Singaporean VTuber who's a manager for a VTubing group. So you want to put the sugar, the soy sauce, the fish sauce, and the white pepper in there as well, the ground white pepper. But yeah, please rest, okay? Tori, that's at 3 p.m. BST. So Tori will see you then, hopefully. Hopefully, it's quite early for a lot of American cows. No sesame oil? No, sesame oil is not a very common thing in Thai food. Not that Tori actually. No, sesame oil is not really common at all in a lot of Thai food. Of all the Thai meals that Tori has made, lamb sauce? No. Today we're currently making crab fried rice, which is what we're currently preparing here, and garlic pork. Garlic fried pork. So right now we're just adding all the flavors like the white pepper. You can see all the instructions and then not instructions, the ingredients in the description in this video. Like it's somewhere down there. Tori doesn't know. It's like down there, you know. But Tori's preparing the sauces. So Tori's just waiting for the rice cooker to cook. And now she's cleaning up. She's making sure her workspace is tidy because she's not very good at tidying her workspace at all. You know? She tries to figure out what she's doing here. But yeah. So you want to make sure it's out the way. There we go. Tori thinks she lost everything. She might have messed up. Who knows? But also, why is it there? But like, why is that thing up there? How did Tori not notice it was up there for the whole entire damn like half an hour of this recording? Tori realized it halfway through frying the pork, and she was like, ah. And no, you don't use sesame oil in a lot of Thai cooking. Tori only in the Thai cooking that is like Chinese inspired. As far as Tori knows, uses a lot of sesame oil. But you don't really use a lot of sesame oil. Tori hardly ever uses sesame oil actually. But yeah, you want to put a bit of more bit of vegetable oil in here. Because you gotta, this is the rice frying mix now. This is the rice frying wok. Tori's special wok. The one she once got beaten up with. Maybe you don't want to catch it burn or dirty again? Horribly. No, it's because Tori was washing dishes. And she was like, there's, in between, like, the beginning of this, Tori was washing her hedgehog's wheel. So she didn't want to poop on it. Yeah, you want to just, like, heat up the oil until the same amount. A bit not as hot as the garlic we fried. What temperature? Probably like 160 centigrade, probably. Tori doesn't really know. Tori just like looked at it, went, yeah, you look right, and then just chucked the garlic in. The first thing you're gonna do is put the garlic in. First thing you do is put the garlic you have diced up in there. The process is garlic, then egg, then rice, then crab, then the seasoning, then the spring onion, and that's done. You have stuff to do, but you're gonna watch the other parts later when it's uploaded. Hope the food turns out delicious. Congratulations on 600. Thank you, Skyon! Please, take care. Very hopes that whatever you do the rest of the day is very fruitful and very simple, so you don't get stressed. No stress, to make sure you take lots of breaks, okay? So Tori's using 2 eggs here. Depending on the amount of rice you have, just like what's the word? Just guess how much you know. Tori's just kind of waiting for this thing to cook. It's on low heat. It's on low fire, but low fire cooks up quite quickly. It's oil. It's fire. You know, things heat up. But yeah. So you want to see that bubbling. Do you see that bubbling over there? Nope. You do not need to beat the egg. So obviously Tori accidentally threw some coriander in it. It's fine. It'll do. So you just want to like just mix it. Just make sure just as it's slightly brown. As it's slightly brown, you can add the egg in. You do not need to beat the egg. You just you crack the egg in. like this. And you let it cook at the bottom a little bit. The other one. Go. And now, you can break the yolk and you mix it. Just aggressively mix it. Ignore Tori's pause. But you want to aggressively mix it. You want to scramble it as you do it. Nice walk. It's like older than some VTubers, I think. We need to let the eggs say goodbye to each other. Too late. It's been consumed. Fine, they're becoming one now with some garlic. Yeah, you wanna kind of like make sure that none of it sticks. But now you can add a bit of rice. You just leave the eggs. It doesn't have to be completely cooked. Add the rice in. Add the rice. Chuck it in. Chuck the rice in. Obviously, a bit easier if you have like a helping fork. Tori is using her tail to like hold the wok, so she can't really use the tail for the rest of it. So Tori was like, okay, let's just go get a glove. How did Tori not notice that the wrist thing was still not in the right spot? Tori would never know. But yeah, you just want to like slap the rice on there. Start with a spoon. You shouldn't. You should use like a proper cooking spoon, but Tori doesn't want to do any more washing. So she's using the spoon. Also, do not use the plastic thing like Tori did. Do not use the plastic thing that Tori did. But yeah, Tori just used the spoon. Because one, there's way too much rice in here to like actually flip it properly. So like to do the proper, like flippy wok thing. Tori does not have enough power. Enough wrist power. Wrist power? So what? Yeah. Enough wrist power. See? You can see that Tori takes an occasional break because her wrist starts hurting. Tori should just use the left hand. She doesn't know why she used the right hand. Yeah, you just want to like make sure that the rice is all nice and like doing fried rice. Yeah, we're making crab fried rice. We'll add the crab in now, and you want to make sure everything gets to know each other. Make sure everything is nicely mixed. The crab meat itself was kind of pathetic, so it was very low flavor. You can't call Tori lazy for that. You do the same thing. Exactly, Jane. Exactly. Would you do the same thing, Bjorn? Would you use a million utensils that you have to make? That you have to clean afterwards? Alright, we'll do that. Yeah. Yummy. It was actually really good. Tori just continue like mixing it. Like you don't want to not mix it. You have to constantly mix it because you don't want the bottom to burn. That's definitely an important thing. You don't want the bottom to burn. You have a washing machine? You mean a dishwasher? A washing machine for your clothes. But like Tori doesn't use it. Tori's on her own, She doesn't use everything. So yeah, you add the sauce after you add the crab. For cheesy, you want to when you add the crab, add the cooked chicken in as well. So yeah, you just want to mix it. You want to make sure the color is equal. So in Tori's case, she has made too much sauce. She made too little sauce. So she's gonna add a bit more sauce in herself. Like she's gonna add a tiny bit more soy sauce and other stuff in if she wants to. Whenever you cook something, you wash what you need. But Tori can make it so that she has to wash less. Yeah? Yeah? You're hungry now? Came to watch it. What's her hungry? What's her hungry? Yeah, Tori is currently just mixing it. Kind of checking the color. Because you want the color to be not dark brown. Because that means you have way too much sauce. But not like too pale. Because if it's too pale, it means the sauce won't have any flavor. salt. Do not add salt to your fried rice. Do not need salt in your fried rice. The fish sauce would do the thing. Is Tori trying to be like, is there anything left in this cup of sauce? No. Tori's gonna add a bit more on sauce. This is an eyeballing stage. Tori knows what to add because she's made fried rice before. A lot of fried rice, and she knows exactly how much to add. What about MSG? What's the point in making your own food if you're gonna add MSG? Tori's actually never made MSG in her life. Like, she never made anything with MSG. Like, what's the point? Tori's opinion. But yeah, Tori now gonna add the onion, spring onion. You add it at the end because you want the spring onion to still be crunchy. You don't want that spring onion to be like soggy. No MSG, yeah. There probably is MSG in the soya sauce. Like, Tori's not gonna add. Oh no, she dropped it. Oh, and she ate it. And that's what you do. You need to make sure you taste your food. Yeah, Tori's pretty sure the soya sauce and the fish sauce probably has MSG in it, but Tori would never purposely add MSG in it. So that just ruins the point of it, no? That just defeats the point of it. Right? That definitely defeats the point of cooking your own food. Add flavoring and like flavor enhancers. Yeah. Suppose. Also, you guys can hear the sound, right? Like the video sound, right? So it's not just Tori that can't hear it. Is it better if you use cold last night rice? So, Tori said this before you came in. Did Tori just turn the heat off? Yeah, Tori turned the heat off once it started to look a bit cooked. You can't turn the heat off whenever, really. Fish sauce has MSG, that's probably it. There we go. Fish sauce is so good. But yeah, Tori said, cold last night rice? Cold last night rice is perfect for this kind of... It's perfect for fried rice, but you don't need it. The reason why you want to use cold fried rice, like cold rice for fried rice, is because you want the rice to be dry. Because most rice that's fresh is very wet. So when Tori's rice cooked, she took the lid off and fluffed it up to make sure that all the like liquid like dried off. But as long as the rice is dry, it makes perfectly good fried rice. So Tori just has less what's the word? Less like water to cook the rice itself. But yeah, Tori's gonna mix the thing. You can tell it took Tori a damn long time to mask her rice, but it's okay. So now you want your corn flour or cornstarch. It's called corn flour in the UK. But yeah, you want 4 tablespoons more or less. Tori just went to pour it in a different bowl because Tori doesn't want to faff around with cornstarch. So you hit it with very good. Tori has no idea if it's too loud or too quiet. She can't hear it. She has no idea why it doesn't come through her earphones, but you know, who mind? You never had someone say that before, but yeah, just make sure, like, if you make fried rice, you don't have to use leftover rice. Tori doesn't like waiting overnight. But if she makes impromptu fried rice, yeah, she'll use the leftover rice. Sometimes it's okay. Use normal rice as long as it's more dry. Yeah, the heat gets turned off, like, once you think the egg is cooked. Use less water on the rice, not that much less. Like, if you say, because Tori does a 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 cup of rice is 1 cup of water. Tori would say, like, 1 cup of rice with a tiny bit less. Like, maybe, like, 1 cup and 9 tenths. Like, the 9 tenths of a cup. You know? Tori would say that. Yeah. Add the cornstarch in. This is just to make the liquidy, Is the heat on right now? No. But you might as well keep it on. If you have the space... use it. But Tori doesn't have the space, so Tori turned it off. But it heats up pretty quickly anyway. So you can't leave it and just do this on another desk so you don't burn yourself. But yeah, it's definitely heating up. So you want to use the cornstarch and, like, mix it. It'll become really tasty. That's what you you want. You basically are going to deep fry this pork. You normally use the finger. Yeah, Tori can't use that because her paws are really small. So they don't really work. The finger method is not really work. But Tori makes perfect rice for herself. She knows a few people make a lot more like wetter rice. She doesn't really like wet rice very much. She much prefers dry rice, so like Chinese style rice where it's a bit dry. What I think is totally should steam the rice. That is way too complicated. That is somebody trying to be bougie and trying to like take time making their rice. Tori has no time for that. No time. Proper Chinese fried rice, you need a giant wok, and you need to have the skill with the wok. You need to have mad skill. Tori does not have that. Tori does not have that. But like most Chinese restaurants have a giant industry-sized, what's the word? Industry-sized rice cooker. So that it makes the perfect rice for a Chinese restaurant. Tori added a tiny bit of oil because she didn't save as much as she did. Like, add oil enough to like thinly cover the pan. Tori just mixing the rice up here. Just to like, oh no, she lost a bit of rice. She lost F. Don't worry, Tori ate it afterwards. F. F. Biggest F. Tori's waiting for the oil to heat up. You want it to be about the 180 Celsius level if you have a reading thing. But because Tori already had like pork stuff in it, you can see that it's sizzling, and then yeah, that means it's ready. You didn't know you put it in a different pan? Tori only did because her previous pan wasn't big enough. But you can use that. You can use a smaller pan. You just have to do everything in smaller batch. The pork that Tori has, she made it into 3 batches because it can't be filled. You don't want to overfill it because it won't cook properly. You thought the bowl was a pan? But you definitely you can use the same pan you've used to fry the garlic. You can see that it's bubbling. I mean, it's ready. Tori prepared a plate with some kitchen roll on it to soak up the oil once each pork section is done. You put the cornstarch and meat in the pan and put the garlic oil in. Oh, well, this is gonna be interesting. You might wanna Tori would say you probably be fine. Heat it up. It might not cook as evenly as it is, but you just gotta heat it up. But yeah, just mix it. You wanna mix it like this. There you go. Fry. It's gonna fry quite quickly. Tori would say maybe like a minute and a half. It'll be cooked. Make sure it's cooked all over. When you first fry the pork, you wanna separate each segment because it will stick together when it starts cooking. Because it's basically deep fried, but like shallow fry. So you want to just like leave it to the side, it's like let cook. The smell at the moment would be amazing. Put the kitchen roll on the plate to soak up the thing. Right now, it's gonna spit at you. It's gonna spit at you pretty hard. Bit scary. You want fried rice now? Ask them to make hot pot food. It is basically what Tori made. It's the fried crab fried rice. How pot food. You heard Tori? Tori says, oh yeah, because Tori sneezed. Tori, at one point Tori sneezed. Tori's not sure if it was recorded or not. Tori sneezed. Tori got hurt by the oil. It was one of those things during this period. Tori can't hear it. Tori remembers sneezing, and she was like, step in the video. She probably said but obviously you're gonna hear Tori's noises in the video. It's Tori in the video. Just to get another pan. That was a sneeze? Yeah, miss you. Right, not sneeze. Not allowed to sneeze. But yeah, you can just get another pan if you want. You can do it in smaller batches. It doesn't really matter. As long as you do it, like, you just have to do a smaller batch with a smaller pan. Tori just moved a bigger pan because it makes quicker. Because you can do it, like, 3 fast. So, it's now gonna start browning. You want that crisp brown corners. You want the crisp brown corners. You can see that some of the pork is still red inside. You want to make sure it's cooked thoroughly. You cannot have, in this country anyway, you can't have raw pork or uncooked pork. Make sure it's properly cooked. Only way you would get clarified is you don't want. If you went both, that's how it goes. One. Most Asian restaurants will use canned crab. They're not gonna, like, you know, peel a crab out. You know, they're going to use a pan, like a canned crab for that thing. So what Tori used, because she can't be bothered to cook, to make what's the word? To make her own can't be bothered to about crab? That's annoying. Pain in the ass, dude. Right in the pants. Oh, you can see that it's spitting really hard at Tori. Tori's like, oh no. Oh no. It's spitting pretty hard. You failed miserably at pronouncing boise? 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 Boise. Boise! Boise? Boise. Boise. Idaho. Idaho! I reckon you can still get. I can still presume you can still get crab. It'd be more expensive, right? I'm pretty sure crab ain't native in London either. Boise? That makes right sense. Boise? Boise. But yeah. You do them in batches, you grill, just basically grilling them. You're grilling them for about a minute or minute and a half, depending on how hot your pan is. It's definitely, like, you see that the browning is definitely doing its thing. It's definitely trying to avoid the oil spitting. If you're scared of oil spitting, just put a lid on top of it. You'll be fine. You hear people say both ways. You first don't care how much if you're not French. Tori's not French either. He won't care. He won't care at all. You're gonna visit Tori to try our food? You're very welcome. Tori was talking to Bjorn on his stream earlier about Bjorn coming, because Bjorn's only like 2 or 3 hours away by plane. So Tori was like, yeah, you can come to London. We can go to the pub. So if you want to come as well, Jay, you can always come. Please come, as long as you dress as a girl. That's okay. I know, weird words. You don't blame her. Look, Tori can't pronounce many things. Okay, you think Tori's gonna pronounce things properly? No. Oh, no. Tori's not gonna pronounce anything properly at all. You all gonna go? Why does everybody want to come to the worst country in the world? The UK. Okay, dress as a girl, you gotta go now. As long as you dress as a girl, did you hear that right? Bet on your way. Tori will hopefully, happily leave her gal's house. That comes up when perfectly with Tori inviting Jay to the pub. It's because Bjorn has never gone to a pub before. Apparently, pubs in Denmark are a mistake. Does it got Tori? Do you really think you're doing a Tori pub crawl? Look, the only pub we're going to is food. That's the only one, because that's the only one Tori feels safe in. We can go to a hot sake bar. That's always kind of fun, but like, somebody's gonna chunder first. It ain't gonna be Tori. We call them bars. bars are slightly different in a pub, though. There's different atmosphere. Like, this thing is, like, spitting at Tori. Like, this thing wants Tori dead. But it's a lot of fat. That's probably why it's a bit, like... a bit hate for it. Yeah. Just... spit it all out. You're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Back, Maggie. Tori's almost finished with the meal, actually. We only have, like, 10 minutes left of the meal. Like, that's just plating up because we basically finished with the preparation of the meal. Go to a tavern instead? You have taverns in Denmark? You have a tavern? Tavern sounds so much fancier. The only tavern Tori's been to is the Warhammer World one. In Nottingham. Oh wait, there's one more back? Yeah, there's 3 back. But yeah, the only tavern Tori's ever been to is the one that's based on Warhammer characters. So, it was a very good place, to be honest. They don't have taverns or pubs. They don't have a local spoon. One day, Tori's gonna go to a spoon to do a live stream there, like a phone live stream. And then she'll put a table number down and the location. And then you all can buy Tori whatever you want on the menu. Tori likes enjoys doing that. Where do we have taverns? Tori didn't know, you told her. You wanna go on a tavern pub based on Warhammer? That sounds really cool. Yeah, it's cause it's at Warhammer World in Nottingham. It's basically a fact. It's basically the main headquarters of the thing that Warhammer's from. The game something. Yeah, you can go to a tavern one. That'd be kind of fun. There's a really good all-you-can-eat Thai barbecue in Nottingham as well. There's probably a tavern and pubs in the USA. They're probably like British themed. Games Workshop. Yeah, there we go. Games Workshop in Nottingham, man. It's pretty decent food, you know. It's like pub food, you know, burgers and stuff. But the atmosphere is pretty good. Tori's favorite thing is to watch, like, you know, like young kids fighting in Warhammer with like full-grown adults. Kind of fun. There's like a museum as well for those who like music. That's kind of cool. Tori just likes the atmosphere of the tavern area, because you just gotta go you kind of just go and watch. You kind of just relax. The music's very much like Tori's age range music. It's not like that modern stuff. It's kind of like chill vibes music. You're currently watching GaooO's workshop. Tori, workshop? Get a pint of meat. Tori wants something. Tori doesn't actually like beer that much. She doesn't really like a couple of pubs around you, but there's really bars with good food. That's okay, right? That's basically a pub. That's a pub. Latte, latte! Welcome, welcome! Welcome to the stream. Tori's almost finished with this. And look! Tori's noticed that she has her wristband back. She's fine again. She doesn't have to hide it anymore. For some reason, she's like, she looks at it. Oh no. Yeah. Right. This is basically like just trying it. The fragrance. It smells so good. But yeah, pork soda on its own is really a good. Is that too much man while drunk? You're not drinking to a drunk level. You're having a little feel sippy, okay? Little feel sippy, like, you know, ease your tension down. Tori's never played Warhammer properly before. It's a bit too lore heavy. They showed Tori the book once. Tori was like, no. Tori likes thinking, though. She really enjoys thinking. You can turn the heat down or to low, or like the heat, and the kitchen roll Tori got is terrible, so it just like dissipated. Where I was like, you know what? No. First, I'm gonna like lay aside a bit more, and then remove the just no point now. It's already like so like absolute nothing for a little blend. Doing math while drunk is better and more enjoyable mostly, but that's true. That's true, Brandon. That's true. You watched it being played. You quite like the lore. The lore is very interesting. It's like trying to figure out Bloodborne lore. You know, you did read. Tori can't read. Tori read? What? Hi. Oh, read. Yeah. You put everything out into your bowl. Everything, including the bits of like burnt garlic you use as well. That's the nice part. Obviously, you want to try to avoid the oil, but the oil is. You burnt all of the first batch. No, that means your heat is too high. Your heat is too high. You're not. The heat is way too high. Then that's the reason. The heat is too high because then you're cooking the outside and burning it before the inside cooks. So you want to lower your heat, and then try again. That's when you have multiple batches. Don't worry. Don't worry. Cooking's meant to be just a learning experience. Yeah. Right. Add the fried garlic we have on top of it as well. So this is where it starts to look a bit more edible. That looks so good. Pretty good. So you want to mix, like, obviously you can mix. Use a new spoon if you're gonna share it to people. No! Nothing! Fine. Only Tori is eating this. Only Tori and the people that live in her house eat it. Don't worry. It's clean. Yeah. You wanna add your chopped parsley. Not parsley. Tori, you don't like parsley. That's corriander. Add your chopped parsley, like, there! Coriander. Add the coriander on top. It just makes it look nice. Honestly, it just makes it look nice. You can turn the exhaustion fan off. Yeah, clean. Look. It's 5 seconds. 5 seconds. They're in the kitchen anyway. But because you have a cast iron stomach as a tiger doesn't mean your roommates do too. Look, they're getting free food. They could complain and they're scared of that. That's their problem. You don't have to eat her food. She'll eat it. You know, it's their choice to eat it. And they took it. And nobody tells us that it's okay. Okay. You want Tori to pause the video? Tori can pause the video. Tori can pause it and just have a chat. Yeah? You're done? Okay. Tori had to find her finest Asian plate. Most Asian plate she can find. She doesn't have the Thai pattern one. She actually might do somewhere, but she can't find it. So you get the flower plate. Looks tasty. Well, it's quite tasty. Tori actually ate it right after she finished filming. She hadn't eaten all day. Obviously, you can do the Chinese takeaway style. Getting a portion of rice, putting it in a small bowl, and then flipping the thing, and then you can get a perfect size rice. So you just finished your pork? That's okay then. Good. You know, Tori's doing a lot of extra bits on top of this as well. So you want to scoop a bit of the pork? Like, you can just get a portion. Like, the amount of pork Tori has, it will give you at least 4 or 5 portions. So, Tori's gonna plate it all up. There we go. The plating aspect takes ages. But Tori's gonna make extra sauce on it as well. Tori's gonna make extra sauce on it. It's just a very easy Thai sauce. So it's fish sauce, some chili, and some lemon. Basically. And like, Tori found a stalk and a stem and tossed it. It fell. It fell from the bowl. Tori was like, okay, eat it back in. It's fine. Will you die? No. The stem. It's like eating your limbs. Fine. Tori, it looks tasty. Is that? No. No. Why didn't Tori just leave it on her own food? Tori likes to marinate stuff. Tori likes the things to like flavor. The coriander is very fragrant, so Tori left it in the main dish so that it can stay fragrant. Yeah, you want to chop chilies. Tori's using Thai chilies for this because it's the perfect level of spice for her. You can use larger chilies, which is less spicy, or you can use even more spicy chilies. It's up to you. Tori was just like a straight up was like, no, the stem fell. The stem was literally like hanging off the bowl. You just cooked them too long. It's meant to be about a minute per batch. Like a minute and like 45 seconds per side, or like a minute-ish, depending on how hot your stove is. So just add the chili in there. You wanna add some lime on top of it as well. That's all you need. Lime, fish sauce, and chili. That's the perfect topping for fried rice. Tori doesn't have a lime, so she's using a lemon. It's just made it less sour, but it's fine. It'll do the trick. It'll do the thing. Jonathan would buy at any price. Tori would love to cook for every cow one day. It's kind of fun. If your stove has a fast boil, then what the hell is a fast boil? How's that? It must be an induction stove thing. Yeah, when you have things to make the sauce, don't worry, because you can always make it another day. It's just because Tori likes spicy food, and none of this is spicy. So Tori just makes it. Do you have any chili? If you have any chili flakes, you can do that. You can use some lemon juice or lime juice or fish sauce and a bit of chili. But fresh chilies is always nicer. Tori has frozen chilies, but it kind of did the trick. Like, it melted at some point, you know? You put that away, you can use that another day. Okay, how does Tori do this? Tori's gonna Tori moved the rice. So this portion of rice has been handled by Tori. It's been aggressively handled by her. But she wanted the presentation. She wants the presentation, every cow. Some lectures also have a setting to boil stuff quickly. It's pretty super heat. What? Frozen chili seems to lose some spice. Yeah, it does a little bit. That's okay. Right, Tori doesn't mind that. It's still just an extra kick to the right. Super heat the area stove to ridiculous temperatures. That sounds dangerous. Yeah, look every cow. Wait, Tori to focus the cab. There we go. Look at it. Tori just nah. Go to a proper site. Here we go. You can always add a bit more coriander if you like coriander. Tori really likes coriander, so you just added it on top. There it is. Yeah. All the meal is. It looks a lot better in person, but that's why she did this video. She did this little clip here because it looks a lot nicer when it's when it's on the screen, you know, when it's actually it looks like something. There we go. Can you some even spoils? Bruh, it's gonna be so gross by the time it gets to you. It'll actually be so gross. $10? That's so expensive for some fried rice. You want to sitting a J's on? You need some of that? Tori would love to cook for Erika one day. She really enjoys cooking. She really enjoys letting people try her food. Honestly, that's probably one of her favorite things to do, to cook for other people. But just because Tori doesn't really have people to cook for all the time, she doesn't really get to cook for many people. It's a shame, because Tori really wants to cook for more people. Just dump a ton of what? Salt in it and send it to Jay? Watch him shrivel from it? Tori would just use Carolina Reapers. You just put some dry Carolina Reaper in. You know? Put some really spicy chili and Tori will make him eat it on stream or something, and he'll eat it and he'll just start crying, and Tori's like, what? You say this every time I'm watching Tori cook heals the soul somehow? Tori's glad. Is it because Tori doesn't cook like a professional? She cooks a bit like a home a homey wife? That's like after a whole day's of work and you're like, hey, Tori, we gotta cook for her. Cook for her. And Tori's like, some rice. Tori may have picked it off some of it off the floor, but that's okay. The salt will preserve it though. You'll shiver up the food that hasn't spoiled. Cooking streams for Tori is mostly just like a just chatting stream while commentating. Waifu material? Tori is chaotic gal, okay? Tori wouldn't call herself a waifu material, she just likes to cook. You're washing up. Tori really enjoys the cooking aspect of stuff though, like Tori's gonna pose it on a nicer screen. She's gonna pose it on a nice, slightly nicer screen. Maybe that screen? No. That screen doesn't look too nice. Does that screen look nice? That looks okay. No, maybe the other screen. There we go. This one. Wait. Ah, there we go. A better pause screen. You want some? But washing dishes is so therapeutic. You're a mad lad. You're a mad lad, Jared. You would? Any gal that goes out with Tori is lucky? Look. What? You know, if you gotta love Tori, you gotta love her when Tori throws up a hairball, okay? Like, you're gonna have to deal with all sides of Tori. You know, it's not just the cooking side. Looks good, thank you. Actually, it was really good. If Tori had to change the recipe a bit, she would probably use a bit more sauce with the fried rice, but she can just add it in. You screen an amazing dish? There's a photo of it on Twitter. Tori posted it with her food. You wouldn't have to go out with Tori to get her cookies, just become her roommate? Yeah. Maybe one day Tori's roommate will appear in her chat and tell you all about how her food tastes like. Did it as a job? Ugh, dishwashing job seems annoying. Tori would get annoyed from dishwashing as a job because she'll be annoyed with people not finishing their food. If you had 8 cats, you'd have no problem being a Tori's tiger side. Cats and tigers are two very different gals, you know. You think that hairball is kind of grim? Imagine that like 6 times the size. Gal. You need your sleeping too or you'll be weird? Cheesy's trying to cook. Cheesy's cooking. Making his dinner. But honestly, when Tori had this, Tori felt like she needed, because of how her taste buds are, Tori needed the chili and fish sauce. You clean off your baby brother, it won't be much different. Just imagine you're scrubbing the face of the person you hate the most, doing dishes becoming fun. Was that your coping mechanism, Yaren? But Tori would think about where she puts the hairball. Why if she's mad at you? Why if she's mad at you? You know, what if we had an argument and Tori just goes and like hairballs on your laptop? You know? Why is she hairballs in your shoes? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Got fun and games out. I didn't after that. I was like, bleh. What are you doing? Pick up Tori's hairball. In your shoe. You still have to clean up the shoes and beds and everything else half as much? What if Tori just does it to spite you? the Tori came over very busy. Saying this makes you really hungry? Go eat. Go have those noodles. Go have the bacon look shit under my bacon look shit under my good deal. Tori, I can good deal man. Tori really wants to make Thai style noodles, but because of how long it takes, it has to be one of those videos that time skips. So we can't really do a cook along because like those kind of broths take like 4 hours to cook. Tori would only do it until you rub her face. Your food looks bad? Why? What happened? What happened, Cheesy? Think out, Rubik. Wherever you buy one, you make sure you're okay. What do you buy? It's a common thing. It's a natural thing for us cats, okay? Does it taste good? dry style. Dry style is very much more similar. Can Tori post it? Can Tori show it on the stream, Cheesy? This reminds Tori of Malaysian style. Fried rice. Malaysian style fried pork. They call it like pork chili and beef chili fried. Pork chili fry. It reminds her of that. Sure. Okay. Tori's gonna show it. Actually, Tori's gonna just go on. Wait. Not hide it. So. Wait. Just go. Not easy. Food. Brown. So on. Oh, that image is massive. Okay. That. There we go. So, Cheese's one's definitely a drier version. So, Tori thinks that, yeah, it just was overcooked. But it's still not burnt to a point it's charcoal. So it must still taste pretty good. You probably caramelized, the, like, marinade onto the pork itself. The rice looks like it actually has flavor. Excuse me, you eat this Tori's rice? It does look a lot more colorful, though. It does look really good. Your chef sister-in-law says it's really good. Is your chef sister-in-law eating it as well? Here we go, eating it? It's in the food? Yeah, it's in the Discord. It's in Tori's Discord. Because Antoine never looks on Discord. Yeah, the rice looks really good. Like, it honestly looks really good, Cheesy. Tori, wait. Tori's gonna enlarge it a bit more. Like, it honestly looks really good. You fried that garlic really well as well, actually. You fried the garlic really well. Garlic, it looks like perfectly fried. Looks pretty good, Cheese. Did it taste good? Have you tasted it yet? Yeah, it's true. Gigi's rice does look a bit more flavorsome than Tori. You can't send messages on Discord? Have you accepted the rules yet, Antoine? You know, probably has flavor, but it looks less pale in real life. The video makes the rice look normal rice, just some stuff mixed in. Yeah, it does look a bit normal because Tori didn't color correct it. Better than yours because you didn't make any? Why can't you send messages? Tori's gonna have to go look at this now. You don't know how to use Discord? Okay. So Tori has a feeling that Antoine never accepted the role, so Tori's just gonna give Antoine the role. Where are ya? What's your Discord name? Tori's just gonna shove the role onto you. That looks pretty good. How's it taste? Exactly. The most important thing is the taste. Because Tori was like a bit concerned about her like pork, but it tasted really good. So Tori was really happy. You don't like pork though, but it tastes alright. Good. So now you know you can make that with chicken. You can make that with chicken breast. Ito yuta. Yeah, you didn't accept the roles. There we go. You can go on the roles channel. Tori will allow you. There we go. Now you have access to everything. Congratulations. Go wild. There we go. All done though. But yeah, that's the meal. There we go. That's Cheesy's one. Tori actually rushes her pork with this fry. It actually looks really good. It's a different style of pork. This is a much more wetter one than Casey's one. Thank you for having this old boomer. Beef is good. Beef is good too. Beef on this would actually be alright. But Tori's worried about the beef flavor overpowering the garlic flavor. Like this is why normally these are usually better with meats that don't really have a flavor compared to beef. Tori's gotta go. Just chatting? Yeah. we go. Think over the recipe. Thank God for cooking it. Tori's always really happy to see someone like following and like doing her recipes. She always worries that she's just like shouting into the void with recipes. But it was definitely really fun. It was definitely really fun to make the meal. Thank God for the stream and thank God for making you hungry. Thank God for coming. Honestly, thank God so much for coming. Like, you guys are like Tori's foundations. You know, Tori wouldn't be here without you guys. You wouldn't be at this stage. You wouldn't be making all these foods without you guys. So Tori is very grateful for that. Tori's really grateful for that. Tori's not sure what happens when we reach 700. Tori's kind of getting a bit concerned that it's getting kind of close to 1K. So Tori's a bit concerned about that. It's like 5 hours. You can't cook anything. Go to a 7-Eleven. You have a 7-Eleven, don't you, in the rain world? Your two months of hard work makes you keep us coming back. Tori's glad that her like work is her effort is going good. Like it's doing something. Almost karaoke time. Oh no! Oh no! Tori's a bit worried. Tori's kind of worried that she's gonna hit the some goal as well. She feels like she needs to prepare like a set list, or else she's gonna like get lost. Tori is really grateful for every gal's like support and stuff. Honestly, Tori is so grateful for that. Now Tori thinks she's gonna go and find somebody to raid. There's quite a few people that Tori remembers seeing streaming. Let's go! Thank God for the $6.90. Thank God, Jay. Thank God. You know, you're proud of you, homie. Tori ain't no homie. Thank God. There's a bunch of 7-Elevens. Tori really likes 7-Eleven. There's a really good sandwich in 7-Eleven in Thailand that has sticky rice and like lab burger. So good. Delicious. Tori's trying to see if anyone's streaming at the moment on YouTube. Oh, Tata's streaming in like 5 minutes. So maybe Tori would just like wait for 5 minutes. Is that a good shout? So we can just annoy Tata? Tori doesn't know anyone else that's streaming at the moment. Let's go, Ray. Congratulations. You didn't go all in with 69 because he already used the $6.20. The Tori already $662 the Tori already sent him. Copy, Richard! You kind of caught Tori right at the end of the stream. But thank God for coming by. You lurk? Why you lurk at the end of the stream? We're about to end. Thank God for lurking, Richard. Thank God. Thank God Tori made some delicious meal. Tori's gonna put it here. Tori's gonna put the meal here. So we all can look at it until Tata goes online and we can annoy Tata and then call it a day there. What? That's a big photo. Big photo. Big photo. Big photo. You stick around the raid and go to sleep? There we go. There we go. That's the meal we did today. Did you have a nice day? Thank God, Trin. Thank God. Wait, Tori. You know what, Tori? Can we just raid the... Let's just raid the waiting room. Tori knows if it's just that... There we go. Gotta go raid the raiding room. You gotta get a meal after this as well. Go get a meal. Go enjoy. Time to start cleaning. Why are you all lurking? Oh my God, leave me alone. Go! That's a thing. Go. Let's see what we can annoy Tata with. Maybe the cat box with we're thinking of a raid message for Tata. Tata pasta no good raid. Oh! Tori took a screenshot of herself. Whoops! You do as a raid? No. YouTube doesn't have a raid. Tori just posts the link. Tori just posts the link of the stream that Tori wants to raid, and we all have to go. It's very what's the word? Primordial. Primitive. There we go. Oh, there you. Okay, Tori's gonna end the stream now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Tori's next YouTube stream is on Friday playing Yakuza, as well as on Sunday with Foodie Talks with GaooO. We are also doing, Tori has a Twitch stream on Thursday with Jay. Tori's trying Jay's alcohol of choice, which is gonna be Kraken rum. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be nice and good. So we're gonna go there. Okay, here we go. When Tori says go, just post it. Post a raid message on it, and Tori will go. Okay, Tori will be just chatting you from the ending now screen. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ring. Thank you, Mianna. And Yan, Yanin, Rufuya, Yaran, Cheesy, Twin, Rubik. Thank you. ขอบคุณมากนะเก้า Bye bye. We gotta rate the potato. The best potato is the curly fries. We gotta go and rate the potato. Potato. Delicious potato. Potato. We gotta go rate potato. We gotta go. Why didn't it work? No. Fucked up. Why did everybody's rate messages